Today, we are talking about 10 of the most common types of personal injury claims so that you can get a sense of what types of negligence lead to personal injury lawsuits. I'm Natalie Gerry, the principal lawyer and founder of Gerry Law. I help injured people get the compensation that they deserve for their injuries. Today, we're going to help you understand more about personal injury claims. So these are unintentional injuries for the most part, such as those from car accidents, slip and falls, professional mistakes, and these are a leading cause of hospital visits in Canada. If you've been injured due to someone else's negligence, you might be entitled to compensation through a personal injury claim. So we're going to break this down further, but I should say that every case is so different in terms of negligence. You really do need to get tailored legal advice to your situation, and pretty much every personal injury lawyer offers a free consultation. So you really should do that and get legal advice about your circumstance. I'm just giving information here. So what is a personal injury case, first of all? This type of case arises when someone gets hurt in an accident that was someone else's fault. If another person's negligence caused the accident, then they could be legally responsible for the damages. And a lot of times it is their insurance that is responsible. So this means that the injured person can seek compensation from the at-fault person's insurance in most cases. Injuries can be physical, emotional, or psychological. For example, if you were in a car accident caused by a reckless driver, you could claim compensation not only for physical injuries, but also for the emotional stress and other related issues. So say you got in an accident and you're in a lot of pain for a long period of time. This can sometimes lead to other types of injuries, like psychological injuries like depression or anxiety, because of the pain and because of the car accident. You might be wondering, do all personal injury cases go to court? And the answer to this is not necessarily, and certainly most personal injury cases do settle outside of court. So this can be either through mediation or arbitration, or sometimes it's just your lawyer discussing with the defense counsel and negotiating a settlement before the trial. If the parties cannot agree, though, then the case might go to trial. So let's get into these 10 different types of personal injury cases. The first you are probably familiar with. This is motor vehicle accidents. And these occur when you're injured in a car accident caused by another driver. So this includes if you're driving, walking, or if you are the passenger. To make a claim, you need medical records, receipts from medical expenses, and a police report of the incident. There are also no-fault benefits that you can apply for. So a motor vehicle accident is usually a type of case that you really want to have a personal injury lawyer helping you out to sort through the issues. The next type of case that many people are familiar with is medical malpractice. So this is like when a healthcare professional makes a mistake in your care. It can include a misdiagnosis, wrong medication, it can include birth injuries or surgical errors. These cases are very complex, so it is important in these cases especially to have a personal injury lawyer assess your case, but also to have a specialized medical negligence lawyer look at your file. The next type of personal injury action is workplace accidents. If you're injured at work due to unsafe conditions or faulty equipment, you can sometimes make a personal injury claim. It depends on your circumstances, though. Again, there are specific times when you can bring a civil lawsuit, but a lot of these claims are covered by WSIB, so it's something that you need to look into specifically. The next type of claim is premises liability. So this type of case involves injuries caused by dangerous conditions on someone's property. For instance, if you slip and fall due to a wet floor with no warning sign, the property owner may be held responsible. And And kind of piggybacking on that, the next type is slip and fall cases. So these are another type of occupier liability case, and these are common liability cases. They occur when there is poor maintenance on someone's property and this causes you to slip and fall, such as when there's a wet floor or broken tiles. You need to show that the property owner neglected to fix the issue or warn people about it. Common types of these slip and fall cases, especially in the north, are with snow and ice, where if the property is not maintained properly, then there might be a case in negligence for failure to maintain. The next common type of personal injury action is school injuries. So if you're injured while you're training at school due to the school's failure to watch out for your safety, you can bring an action in negligence. The school does have a duty of care to ensure that students are reasonably safe while on their premises. The seventh type of common personal injury action is product liability injuries. So if a defective or dangerous product causes you harm, the manufacturer could be held responsible. This includes products that are poorly labeled or that come with inadequate warnings about hazards with the product. The next type of personal injury case is dog bites. If a dog bites you and causes serious injury or emotional trauma, you may have a case, unless you were committing a crime when bitten. So here it really depends on the circumstances again, and this is a theme in lawsuits. It definitely depends on the circumstances. So you should speak with a personal injury lawyer about the particular circumstances of this injury. The next type of lawsuit is intentional tort. So this one is a bit different. It's not based on negligence, but these are cases where someone intentionally harms you. These are cases like assault or battery and can include sexual assault. Other examples are fraud or defamation. If this happens, then you can file a claim to seek compensation. Another difference here is usually there is no insurance that responds to pay a judgment or a settlement, but you need to speak with a lawyer again about the specifics of that. The 10th type of case is wrongful death. If a loved one dies due to someone else's negligence, you can file a wrongful death claim, and this can result from a car accident, medical error, or neglect in a nursing home. Family members can seek compensation for their losses, and I do have a video specifically going into these types of losses on FLA claims, so Family Law Act claims, and that video will be linked below. In terms of compensation for personal injury cases, it's important that you file your claim within a certain time limit after the injury. Compensation can cover medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering, and more. There are a bunch of different types of damages that you can claim, but you do have to make sure that you bring your claim within the prescribed time limits. Most cases do have fairly strict time limits, so again, it's important you reach out to a lawyer to talk about that as soon as possible.